Hey guys, so I saw an article today and I thought that it'd be worth sharing with you guys. Um, I want to be careful not to disrespect the culture that I'm going to speak about. This is a cultural practice, it is a food that is um, eaten in their culture for long time. Uh, from our perspective, it's extremely weird, and I would go as far as to say gross. So it's really not to put down this culture. It's just an interesting thing. I mean, obviously, it popped up. Um, the article, I looked into it. I kind of checked to make sure that is this real or not, and it seems to be yes, indeed, that there are eggs which are boiled in virgin boy urine. And this is a practice in the culture that it's considered a delicacy and it totes all sorts of health benefits. I think it's disgusting. And again, it's just, we come from a different culture. So I'm just saying, from my culture, this is gross. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. So I'm going to share it. All right, scroll up to the top. So the article, there's plenty of articles, also different sources. It's not something that just popped up here recently. For example, this is an article from 2012, but again, this urine boiled eggs came up on the feed. I guess this is done in the spring time. So, tis the season for the urine eggs. Let's get into the article. So, this is from Dongyang, China. It's the end of a school day in eastern Chinese city of Dongyang, and eager parents collect their children after a hectic day at primary school. But that's just the start of a busy day for dozens of egg vendors across the city. Deep in coastal Zhejiang province, who ready themselves to cook up a unique springtime snack favored by local residents. Basins and buckets of boys' urine are collected from primary school toilets. It is the key ingredient in virgin boy eggs, a local tradition of soaking and cooking eggs in the urine of young boys, preferably below the age of 10. I'm just going to stop sharing for one moment. Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. View tab. All right, I'm just going to stop the screen share because I'm not sure. Sorry for cutting it. All right, so there's basins and buckets of boys' urine, and they're collected from primary school toilets. It is the key ingredient in virgin boy eggs, a local tradition of soaking and cooking eggs in the urine of young boys, preferably below the age of 10. Okay. There is no good explanation for why it has to be boys' urine, just that it has been so for centuries. So, why break with tradition? The scent of these eggs being cooked in pots of urine is unmistakable as people pass the many street vendors in Dongyang who sell it, claiming it has remarkable health benefits. If you eat this, you will not get heat stroke. These eggs cooked in urine are fragrant, said a 51-year-old gentleman who owns one of the most popular vendors. Just give me one second. one of the physicians were walking by, and I didn't want to say virgin boy urine eggs while he walked by because that would have been odd. And it would be hard to, for him to assume the context of me blurting out virgin boy eggs. Let us continue. The scent of these eggs being cooked in pots of urine is unmistakable as people pass the many street vendors in Dongyang who sell it, claiming it has remarkable health benefits. A 51-year-old gentleman who owns one of the popular Virgin Boy egg stalls, claiming that it can prevent heat stroke. Uh, there are They are good for your health. Our family has them for every meal. In Dongyang, every family likes eating them. It takes nearly an entire day to make these unique eggs, starting off by soaking and then boiling raw eggs in a pot of urine. After that, the shells of the hardened boiled eggs are cracked and they continue to simmer in urine for hours. We were talking about it today. I brought this up. This is actually why I want to do a video on it. It's an interesting talking piece, something to say if there's an awkward silence in the conversation. Awkward silence. Oh, I gotta say something. Hey man, you know what virgin virgin boy urine eggs are? And there no more awkward silence anymore. Uh, so my colleague was saying was like, well, at least they're boiled in the shells, and stuff. I was like, still gross, but I know what you're trying to imply. That I was like, just side note, I continued reading, and they purposely also cracked the shells to get that urine soaked deep, deep, deep inside. Get that strong, marinated urinate taste. You can't go wrong. Vendors have to keep pouring urine into pots and controlling the fire to keep the eggs from being overheated and overcooked. That's right, because the urine infested eggs, if they're overheated or they're not, cooked enough in the urine, they might taste a bit off. Let us continue. He talks about the price. So he said that making the snack is popular due to its fresh and salty taste for more than 20 years. The eggs go for a little more than double the price of a regular. So residents, young and old, it's a tradition passed on by their ancestors that the eggs help to decrease body heat, promote better blood circulation, and just generally like reinvigorate the body with, I guess, the healing properties of virgin boy urine. By eating these eggs, we will not have any pain in our waists, our legs, our joints. Also, you will have more energy when you work, says a 59-year-old gentleman who bought 20 eggs. The eggs are not bought only at street stalls. Local residents are also known to personally collect boys' urine from nearby schools. Sorry, that's disgusting. Nearby schools to cook the delicacy in their homes. The popularity of the treat has led the local government to list the virgin boy eggs as an intangible cultural heritage. But not everyone is a fan. Chinese medical experts gave mixed reviews about the health benefits of the practice, some of them warning about possibly the sanitary issues surrounding the use of urine to cook the eggs. Some Dongyang residents also said that they hated the eggs. We have this tradition in Dongyang that these eggs are good for our health and that it would help prevent things like getting a cold, said Wang, 38. I don't believe in all this, so I do not eat them. Now, if you did believe in the benefits of temperature regulation and joint pain, if this was true, would you then consume them for their benefits? All right, guys. So just a quick, video pass on something interesting that I saw on the feeds today. Um, Again, I think it's gross. Not my culture. Uh, it's probably going to seem very disgusting, odd, really weird, and stuff like that. And it is from my perspective. But I don't want to say like culturally disrespect. It's like it's super odd. Like from a Western standpoint, it is really odd and weird and disgusting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and God bless.